But the week started with President Macron losing his second prime minister in a year. So it's chaos over there in France. In Paris, they are now on course for their third prime minister in only 12 months. I believe in France they call that un troisième premier ministre. Forgive my poor attempt at speaking French. Un troisième premier ministre. Don't know if that makes sense to some of you. You know how things get lost in translation, different terminology, grammar, vernacular. Like the way that they call like bread pain, don't they? Le pain, and they call it vin, but we call it wine, and they call it un troisième premier ministre, whereas we would call that a pretty bog standard conservative administration, wouldn't we? Just a revolving door of fucking, 3 prime ministers in one. It's like Sugar Babes democracy. Isn't it? That's what it is. That's how I used to think of it. Back in when we were still enduring Tory rule. So yes, over in France, 3 PMs in a year. What's the definition of insanity again, guys? Doing the same thing again and again and expecting different results. I mean, it feels like that's a common theme for a lot of different countries at the moment, doesn't it? It's not just France. I mean, we've been through it over here. Like, I wish that there was some way that we could get the United Kingdom with our multi-prime minister in one term kind of switch out. That we could get the United Kingdom to talk to France with its multi-prime minister in one term switch out. And they could bring in Belgium, who are also, yes, suffering from 3 prime ministers in one term switch outs. And then they could maybe bring in the Netherlands with their 3. They've had 3 as well. And like maybe all together they could talk about the contributing factors that are causing this instability. All of these countries together. You could have a sort of a union of European countries or something. A European Union or of sorts, perhaps. And maybe it'd just be easier then if they were all grown-ups and in one room, sat round a big table, and they could just discuss and thrash out solutions to the challenges that we're all facing geopolitically, globally. I mean, that's a good idea, isn't it? Somebody should look into that. Somebody should look into that. Or it's just more division and blame game, isn't it? Division and blame games are also an option. We could go down that route also. So France is kind of France is having its they're having some feelings at the moment. They're going through some things. It's France's Prime Minister. Our own former Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, was exposed earlier in the week, for having publicly criticised the Saudi government post-Khashoggi, but privately he had been courting them for personal financial gain. Of course, he had. He's Boris, isn't he? It's classic Boris, that. What a character. And also, I think I spoke about this on the paper review on Monday or Tuesday. Also, he was exposed for publicly calling Venezuela a communist dictator's regime while privately taking £240,000 from a hedge fund to go and meet with them. So that's embarrassing, isn't it? That's embarrassing. For anyone capable of vicariously feeling shame for him.
Just another